Hi, my name is Aaron Myers, and I'm a language coach dedicated to helping others learn language well. You can find out more about me, about my coaching, or about my work here in Turkey at the Turkish Listening Library, found at www.turkishlisteninglibrary.com. But these videos are not about learning Turkish. They're about helping others learn language well. And to do that, I'm offering simple tips and ideas to do just that. This episode's tip: number dictation. One of the great things about languages is that we all use numbers. And generally, every language uses the same symbols to represent numbers. This goes a long way towards helping you be able to learn those systems easily and completely. Now, the other thing is that most number systems, the names we assign to the numbers is really very systematic and quite easy to learn. And in fact, it's one of the first things we learn in every language, but we often take that for granted. We learn them, but we don't really hear enough numbers in everyday conversation to really get good at recognizing them, at hearing them, and at using them quickly and efficiently. So we're out in the street, walking around, doing our daily business. We get on a bus. The bus driver says it's 250, and suddenly we're like, did he say 250 or was that 50 or 40? And we don't quite know it because we haven't given ourselves the repetition and really the amount of hearing of numbers that we need to really become comfortable in the numbers. If someone sat you down and said count to 100, you could do it. But if you're at the store or at the market and they're shouting out prices at you, suddenly it's a whole new ballgame. And so number dictation is something that you can do to give yourself that repetition in real short bursts of time in very simple activities that include you and someone who speaks the language. Now, all you're going to need are some note cards or really any sheet of paper, but note cards make it nice because you can carry them around with you. On these note cards, you're just going to write random numbers. Of course, you're going to start with the smaller numbers, the 1s to 10s, and then you're going to move up to the larger numbers, to the 10s and then up to the hundreds, even to the thousands and the 10,000s and the millions. And when you're through with numbers, you'll probably want to do maybe money system, time, anything that includes numbers you can use for this. And so what you want to do is you want to find someone who speaks the language that you want to learn. Now, if you're living in that country, that's everybody that you cross paths with. If you're not, say you're living in rural America trying to learn Spanish, well, you just need to have a couple of friends who are Spanish speakers. Now, they need to know that you want to learn their language, and all they need to be able to do is see a number and read it. So you're going to hand them this card, say something simple like, I'd like to just practice learning Spanish, learning Chinese, in my case, learning Turkish, and I need you just to read off these numbers. Could you do that? And I will write what I hear. So they're going to look at this and they're going to say 11, 22, 19, 36, 49, 54, like this. And they're going to continue on through the entire card. Meanwhile, you're going to be writing down exactly what you hear. At the end, your friend gets to get out the red pen and mark your mistakes. Now, you've just given yourself a whole page full of numbers, of repetition of hearing these numbers. You do this every day. Pretty soon, in a few days, you've heard more numbers spoken to you. You've had to recognize them and interact with them by writing them down more than you will probably hear an entire month just going about your daily business. And so in a few short weeks, you can probably give yourself a year's worth of numbers. And you can imagine how much this is going to boost your number comprehension when you're out in public, when you're out there doing the things you need to do every day. So I encourage you to think about doing number dictation. It's like, basketball practice. You need to learn how to shoot a left-handed layup. You do it 10,000 times in a row, and pretty soon it starts to feel natural. Same way with numbers and everything in language, but numbers for sure. You can give yourself tons of repetition by doing number dictation, and this will greatly increase your chance of understanding, of hearing and understanding the numbers when they come at you in public out in the real world. So I encourage you, go out, do some number dictation, and send me some feedback. Let me know how it goes. As always, blessings to you on your language journey, and we'll see you next week.